Imagine telling Gooners 5 years ago that William Saliba would become one of the best centre-backs on the planet. Back then, most Arsenal fans would have laughed straight in your face. 3 consecutive loan spells, 0 Premier League minutes, and thousands of us were convinced Mikel Arteta was throwing away one of the biggest defensive talents this club had signed in years. Every new loan only made things worse, and by that point, a huge section of the fan base had already made up their minds. Arteta simply didn't believe in Saliba. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. Hidden inside one forgotten loan agreement was a decision that completely changes this entire story. A decision that suggests Arteta may never have wanted to lose Saliba in the first place. Once you hear it, you'll understand why this debate still splits Gooners even today. To understand why, we have to go back to one of the most frustrating periods of the Arteta era. Saliba later admitted Arsenal didn't even ask him back for pre-season, and instead told him to find another club on loan. Newcastle and Crystal Palace were both possible destinations, but Saliba rejected both because he wanted to return to France with Marseille instead. At that point, Arsenal Twitter was in complete meltdown, with many supporters convinced Arteta had already given up on one of the brightest young defenders in Europe. Then came the detail almost everyone missed. When Nice tried to include an option to buy Saliba permanently, Arsenal shut the idea down immediately. No buy clause, no permanent option, no compromise. Let that sink in. While thousands of Gooners were convinced Arteta wanted Saliba out of the club, Arsenal were privately making sure nobody else could ever take him away. That didn't suddenly make everything okay. Saliba still had to prove he belonged, and Marseille became the ultimate proving ground, where he stopped looking like a promising youngster and started looking like an absolute monster. Week after week, he dominated League One, won Young Player of the Year, and came back with performances that made leaving him out almost impossible. Arteta later defended the decision by pointing to COVID, injuries, and the cancelled French season, insisting Saliba needed another year of development. But if Saliba had lost patience and walked away, that gamble would have gone down as one of the biggest failures of Arteta's Arsenal reign. Instead, it completely flipped the script. The same manager people had accused of ruining William Saliba is now watching him become one of the best defenders in world football. The same player thousands of fans feared we'd lose has become untouchable, one of the first names on the team sheet, and one half of one of Europe's most dominant defensive partnerships alongside Gabriel. And the scary part, Real Madrid are now being linked with the exact same defender people once claimed Arteta had destroyed. That's how brutally football can rewrite its own story. 5 years ago, this wasn't just another transfer debate. It was one of the biggest civil wars the Arsenal fan base had seen under Arteta. Looking back now, that forgotten decision to reject a simple buy clause may have protected one of the most important players of this entire project, even while so many of us believed the club was making a catastrophic mistake. So let me ask you this, Gooners. Did Arteta see something the rest of us simply couldn't see from the very beginning, or did he take a gamble so outrageous that he somehow got away with it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more Arsenal stories, transfer drama, fan debates, and everything happening around the Emirates, smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join Arsenal Pulse.